Hey y'all, I'm Lena Bond and welcome back into Quick Hitters presented by Game Time, the #1 app for all your last-minute ticketing needs. Check them out at chatsports.com/tickets. And now let's talk a little college football, specifically what went down last night with the Urban Meyer investigation. Ohio State announced that they have suspended Coach Urban Meyer for the team's first 3 games after a 2-week investigation found that Meyer and others mishandled domestic assault accusations made against former Buckeyes assistant coach Zach Smith. Meyer can rejoin the program after September 2nd, but he will not be allowed to coach the Buckeyes season opener against Oregon State, the Big Ten opener against Rutgers, and a September 15th showdown against number 16 TCU. OSU Athletic Director Gene Smith has also been suspended without pay from August 31st to September 16th, and Ryan Day will remain the interim head coach in Urban's absence. Addressing the media Wednesday night, Meyer expressed remorse for his actions and giving Smith the benefit of the doubt when there were red flags to be seen. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
I know that the impact that the events of the last 3 weeks have had on this institution, an institution that I love, and how challenging this has been for our community, our president, a man who I have great respect for, and for that I am deeply sorry. I'm fully aware that I'm ultimately responsible for the situation that has harmed the university as a whole and our Department of Athletics and our football program. I want to apologize to Buckeye Nation. I followed my heart, not my head. I fell short in pursuing full information because at each juncture, I gave Zach Smith the benefit of the doubt. I did not know everything about Zach Smith, which was what Zach Smith was doing, and I'm pleased that the report made this very clear. However, I should have demanded more from him and recognized red flags. I needed to show more care and concern for the entirety of the situation and the people involved. I should have been more demanding of him in the same way I am of my players, other staff members, and myself. I should have done more, and I am sorry for that. But there is no intent to mislead. My role is to set a good example. In this instant, I did not live up to the university's standards.
Overnight, a flood of more information came in regarding the investigation and its findings, all of it pretty damning. First up, reports surfaced that Meyer said that he was worried that the media could access his phone and asked for help deleting text messages over a year old. Pretty suspicious, right? But it does get better. On top of all the other questionable actions Zach Smith had during his time at OSU, he also had a rehab stint back in 2016, and it was released that he had spent over $600 at a strip club on a recruiting trip in 2014, all of which Meyer knew about. So why didn't Meyer seem to remember all of these occurrences when he was originally questioned about Zach Smith and his morality? Well, apparently Meyer's memory isn't as good as it used to be. As a quote from the investigation report stated, "We learned Coach Meyer has sometimes had a significant memory issues in other situations where he had prior extensive knowledge of events. He has also periodically taken medication that can negatively impair his memory, concentration, and focus." You're telling me that this medication had no effect on Meyer's ability to coach football at an elite level, but all of a sudden made him forget this long track record of illegal activities and questionable decisions by Zach Smith? I'm just not buying it, but I want to know from you guys, do you think Urban Meyer should have been fired over this investigation? Give me a Y for yes, give me an N for no in the comment section below, and definitely type away. I want to know your guys' thoughts. All right, last night, a flood of tweets came in, reactions, if you will, on social media regarding Urban Meyer and this whole investigation. Clay Travis, he's up first. He kind of had a funny approach to it, saying that Meyer looked like a hostage at the podium, as if he was kidnapped and forced to read his statement. And if you watched this video earlier that we played, this isn't a very inaccurate observation in my opinion. Moving on, Big Ten reporter Nicole Alberbach also tweeted that she felt too many people were painting Urban to be a victim here after being away from football for 3 weeks, when in reality it should have been Courtney Smith, who got 0 public apologies from Ohio State and Urban Meyer. And as one of my favorite Twitter accounts points out here, it is flat out sad that OSU only gave Meyer this 3-game slap on the wrist when a former head coach at OSU was pushed out for way lesser of a crime a few years back, if you remember. And also Titus, an OSU grad himself, added some dry humor to the situation, poking fun at the slap on the wrist Ohio State also gave their athletic director Gene Smith. And I agree, my man, I'm not sure one paycheck is really going to break the bank here. And lastly, Zach Smith tweeted out this Bible verse last night: "Whoever speaks the truth gives honest evidence, but a false witness utters deceit." I'll leave that one up to your guys' interpretation. So I want to know from you guys, as we're wrapping up this Urban Meyer investigation report, is Ohio State's reputation ruined? They're one of the top programs in college football, always top in the recruiting class, has participated in the CFP before. Do you think it's all over for them? Go ahead and let me know.